Hey guys, this is part 7 of my 150 subscriber special DVD collection. We're getting to the nitty gritty, guys. We're getting toward the end of it all. So let's get started with the 7th row. First one we have is Sky High. It's about a high school of superheroes training to be superheroes, and one of them training to become future superheroes, and one of them's a sidekick. He shows that he's wants to be destined more than just a sidekick and all that kind of stuff, and teaches you about loyalty and teamwork. It's a nice little family movie. Alright, now we have South Park. Bigger, longer, and uncut. It's the South Park movie. Everybody remembers the South Park movie, and if you don't, it's South Park. Kenny dies and comes back and tries to warn people that the devil's trying to take over the world with Saddam Hussein and stuff like that. And also Terrence and Phillip get like almost executed, and it's got a bunch of South Park antics in it. Spaceballs, the ultimate parody of Star Wars. It's a parody of Star Wars. Instead of Han Solo, it's Lone Star, and there's Pizza the Hut, and instead of Yoda, it's yogurt, and Princess Leia, it's Princess Vespa, and it's but the object is that they're trying to steal the atmosphere of the Earth because planet Spaceballs has no air. They're running out of air, so they're trying to steal the air of the planet. And instead of the Force, it's the Schwartz. It's funny. It's really, really, really funny. Spanglish, one of the more serious Adam Sandler movies. It's about a mother and a daughter who recently go to LA from Mexico to try to find a better life. And they are being... One of the people fall in love with the daughter, which Adam Sandler's character, and his family winds up being very eccentric. It's actually a very good movie. It's a pretty good movie. It's one of more Adam Sandler's serious movies. So, the original Spider-Man trilogy: Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. Spider-Man 1 was pretty good. I like the Green Lantern. It gives you although the Amazing Spider-Man does it better, it gives you a pretty good origin. Spider-Man 2 is the best one. Doc Ock's incredible. Spider-Man 3 sucks. I had it backwards, but whatever. As a trilogy for a whole, though, it's pretty good. I was kind of sad they didn't do a Spider-Man 4, but the reboot kind of made up for that. So, the overall trilogy has its ups and downs. It goes 1, 2, then 3. The Squid and the Whale. Not sure about this movie. I have never seen it before. If anybody can tell me about it, it'll be appreciated. I picked it up because it looked pretty good. I heard some stuff about it, but I've never actually personally watched it. So if anybody can tell me about it, it'll be appreciated. Starsky and Hutch. It's based on the 1970s show. And it's based on the 70s show about these two hipster detectives. And they try to... they get stripped of their badges because of shenanigans, and they try to do it as a undercover and stuff, so... Star Wars Episode 3. Yeah, it's the only Star Wars I currently have. I have seen all the Star Wars, but this is the only one I currently own. And this is the one where Anakin becomes Darth Vader, and he becomes like completely on the dark side. And Yoda's badass in this movie too. Still Waiting. The sequel to Waiting. It's the like I said, the sequel to Waiting. It shows you what not to do if you piss off the people who make your food, all that kind of stuff. But this one, they have a little stiff competition at a restaurant called Tata's. Kind of think about like a Hooters, and all that kind of stuff, and they're trying to keep up with the competition. Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li. Everybody says it's a horrible movie. It is a pretty bad movie, but that doesn't mean I didn't like it. I've watched it a couple times. I don't think Kristen Krug's that bad of an actress. But it doesn't do a very good job of the origins of Chun-Li and stuff like that. It could have been done a lot better. Chun-Li's father dies at the hands of M. Bison, and she's after M. Bison the entire movie. So, Superbad. We have Superbad. They are trying to go to a big party at night, and they're trying to get booze for the night, and it's they get fake IDs, and they go dodging cops, and it's typical high school movie, but it's a lot funnier. Super Troopers. It's about a team of bumbling. Yes, I'm not holding the case upside down, as you can see. It's about a bumbling policeman from Vermont, and they eventually get a real crime, and they have to get together to force it, and shenanigans ensues. Talladega Nights: The Ballad of Ricky Bobby. This is another Will Ferrell movie that I really liked. It's about he's a race car driver who's like one of the best in the world, but then somebody comes and winds up being better than him, and he can't take it, and they kind of clash throughout the movie and stuff like that. It's pretty good. And his career goes down in a spiral after he winds up actually losing a race to this one guy who's played by Sacha Baron Cohen, which is him right there. So, America, fuck yeah, Team America, World Police. It's Team America. It's made by the people who made South Park, and it's got a bunch of like puppets, and it's about a team from America. I don't have much to say about it. The entire Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle series. Teenage Mutant 1, 2, 3. And the sorry about that, I had somebody message me on AIM. And the reboot. And yes, I know there's going to be another reboot with Michael Bay. Cheesy, 1980s, early 90s, cheesy movies, but it's the freaking Ninja Turtles. You can't go wrong with it. Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny. This is like the day, like how Tenacious D met. They combined their musical genius, and they go out to search for the legendary Pick of Destiny. And it turns that turns any wannabe into a rock legend. And they find the Pick of Destiny, and they become Tenacious D. The Terminal. I actually saw this in theaters. It's actually a pretty good movie. It's not one of Tom Hanks' better movies, but this foreigner goes to JFK Airport to go back home, but he like glitches in like a war in his city, and his home country prevents him from going home, so he gets stuck in the airport terminal, and he starts living in the airport terminal, and he actually like finds love, makes friends, and stuff like that, and all right here in the airport terminal. the entire Terminator series. Terminator 2 Judgment Day, Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines, and Terminator Salvation. Action-packed 1980s robot movies. Arnold Schwarzenegger comes, supercomputers coming to exterminate the planet. And one person is supposed to be destined to stop it. And so they bring a Terminator in to try to kill the person that's destined to stop the machines from destroying the planet. And basically throughout the entire series, like the first one he's trying to save it, the second one he's trying to protect them, third one is everything stops, like everything gets exploded anyway, and then the fourth one's kind of a reboot. So Thor. You knew another superhero movie was coming. It's about the God of Thunder, Thor, with this big, huge hammer. And he gets banished to Earth by Asgard after stuff happens on Asgard. And he tries to fight to reclaim his powers as the God. And he meets Jane Foster. And he kind of falls in love with her. But it's basically him trying to get his powers back and go back to Asgard, and ultimately battling his brother Loki. Like I said, I'm a wrestling fan. Just a few TNA DVDs. That's all I'm going to really say about that. It's TNA DVDs. Lara Croft Tomb Raider and Tomb Raider The Cradle of Life. These are actually some of the better ones that's adapted from video games. This one's the first one, and this one's the second one. And basically, it's based on Tomb Raider. She goes to dangerous areas and tries to find artifacts and stuff like that. And it's Angelina Jolie. You can't go wrong with it. Transamerica, which is not too sure about this one. I've seen bits and pieces of it, and what it looked like, it looks pretty good. I don't know. I mean, it seems pretty interesting. It's about a transsexual who finds out she has a son, and he tried to connect. That's right. All three Transformers movies. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, and Dark of the Moon. It's Transformers. Some people like it, some people don't like it. I think some of them. I think the first one's pretty good, the second one's moderate, and the third one's very bad. So that's just me. But it's Transformers trying to save the world from Decepticons. Tristan and Isolde, which is pegged as the original Romeo and Juliet. It's takes place before Romeo and Juliet. This is the original Romeo and Juliet. It's your Romeo and Juliet movie, so. I'm not going to say anything about it, but Twilight. Ultraviolet. It's kind of a quasi-superhero film about a woman getting caught in a futuristic civil war. And she's trying to face the government, and everybody's speed and strength and intelligence, all kinds of stuff magnified. And she has to fend off the government and all kinds of stuff because she's marked for death. the entire Underworld so far. I think there's only 4. So we got Underworld, Underworld Evolution, Underworld Rise of the Lycans, and Underworld Awakening. It's vampires versus humans. Or Lycans, werewolves. Vampire versus werewolves. It's the better one. It's the better one. It's not Twilight. It's vampires versus werewolves. It's very graphic, very bloody, very action-packed. It's a war between vampires and werewolves. Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke. The legendary Cheech and Chong stoner movie. One of the original stoner movies. About how did Cheech and Chong meet. That kind of stuff. It's funny. V for Vendetta. It's from, it's pretty good. It's based on a graphic novel. I don't know. It's hard to explain this movie, but it's really good, and but it's about freedom fighters, and he's trying to seek revenge of the person who disfigured him. That's why he wears a mask and stuff like that. And it's he's trying to start a revolution and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting movie. The Beautiful Joe cartoon, Volume 1, the first, 3 episodes of the Beautiful Joe cartoon. I'm a huge fan of Beautiful Joe. I own mostly all the games. I own Beautiful Joe 1, 2, Red Hot Rumble, and Double Trouble. So, if you don't know what the game is about, it's about this guy who's like a movie buff, but he's also a superhero buff, except with this Captain Blue. And Captain Blue's world actually starts getting into danger, and he gets sucked up into the game and becomes a superhero himself named as Beautiful Joe. You have to check it out if you ever have a chance. Then we have the original Waiting. This is what not to do. This is what happens if you piss off people who make your food. It shows disgusting stuff. People spitting in your food, and I mean, it can be disgusting. Undercook you, wipe your butts with the meat and stuff like that. It's really disgusting, but really funny at the same time. It's what happens if you piss off the people who make your food. Walking Tall. It's a guy's town gets taken over, and he decides to take it back. It's a typical action movie. Got The Rock in it. It's good. Only 4 more, guys. We got Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. It's about this inventor and his insanely smart inventor and his canine friend. They try to figure out the case of the Were-Rabbit, and they use their inventions to try to figure it out. It's a cute little family movie. Watchmen. Now, I'm going to be honest, I've watched this movie, I still don't get it. It's a really good movie, but I don't get this movie. If anybody can explain this movie to me in a layman's terms, it would be appreciated, because I sure as hell don't get it. But I've watched it a couple times, and it's really good. I mean, I like the movie. It confuses me. I don't get it. Wedding Crashers. Wedding Crashers is about these 2 guys that go to weddings and crash the weddings. and all that kind of stuff. And they agree never get married. They just go and crash everybody's weddings. But one of them starts falling in love with one of fall in love with one of them, and all kind of stuff, and little things go between them, and he tries to break it up and stuff like that, and it's funny. I liked it. And the final movie for Part 7, Part 8 is only going to have about 13 movies because it's not a complete row, but final one for row 7 is The Wedding Singer. It's about another Adam Sandler movie. He's perfect with weddings. He can sing. He can do a perfect toast. He can get anybody on the dance floor. But he gets dumped at his own wedding. But when he gets dumped at his own wedding, he comes from like the ultimate perfect guy to cynical. And they try to get him back to normal. And the person that he was trying to marry is about to get married again, so he has to pull off all the stops to try to prevent the wedding from happening. So, or she's going to be gone forever. It's a good movie. Alright guys, so that's it for Part 7. Part 8 is going to be relatively short because I said it's only 13 movies for Part 8. So we're basically done. We just got 13 more movies and we'll be done. And I'll see y'all for the 8th and final part. Y'all have a good day.